So I'm doing a second video. I don't normally do this, but as I've been checking in on my, piggy bank contracts here, I'm very encouraged that, we're basically on the verge of, with the Animal Farm piggy bank that was just launched 3 days ago. We're almost getting ready to flip to 1 million pig BUSD LP or liquidity pool, which is strong because if you look at the drip garden, I mean, we've been averaging between 789, 790 and 800, 811 before the market started tanking. And, that's been up for a while, right? And piggy bank in 3 days, we're right there. And so I'm recording, keeping an eye on this. And I think there's a psychological and probably a technical, ceiling or floor that we're going to set with this 1 million pig BUSD or BUSD LP or liquidity pool. So I'm just kind of hanging out here a little bit, seeing if I can't capture this and then post it for everybody to see. I know there's been a lot of FUD out there, fear, uncertainty, and doubt for those of you who are new to crypto, that competing projects and maxis that will, are trying to, spread some bad news about a project, to get theirs to, maybe pump a little bit more. But, there's been a lot of that the last couple of days. I know that the delay, of the actual launch of the piggy bank with Forex Shark and their dev team, and that happens, things happen. And I got to tell you, there's many projects that I'm involved with and invested in that are delayed majorly, right? I mean, Flare Networks is like a year and a half or more. Look at Cardano, look at Ethereum, Vitalik Buterin, and I don't own any Ethereum, and I'm not a financial, advisor, and encourage you to do your own due diligence and research on this. But look at Vitalik Buterin and Ethereum. He basically said in the last couple of months, we're almost there, we're almost getting ready to flip, that it's going to take maybe up to 6 years for them to come out with ETH 2.0, right? Which, my goodness, man, all those folks who staked into that, and so Cardano with their smart contracts, they're still trying to get things squared away there. Flare Network, there's a bunch of them out there, and so for them to be a day late, or a little bit over, and then again, I know the launch was some people may have gotten advantage. I don't care. That doesn't bother me. I'm looking at mine. I'm not jealous of anybody else if they're got a little bit of an advantage. It'll come my way eventually too. What goes around comes around. But this is strong, man. Going to 1 million in this contract in 3 days. Well, this is very, very bullish. And if you're not aware of how big this is and how enticing and appealing this piggy bank is, man, I tell you what, it's pretty incredible. And again, I just I'm excited to see where this goes. So we're just going to keep an eye on it. But again, do your own research. This is a great ecosystem. And again, here's the other thing to consider. The whole market is down, right? It's been down. It's tied probably a lot from a macro standpoint to the news of the war with Russia and the Ukraine, right? And so, there's a lot of things to consider there. Don't just look at a particular project, right? Look at the overall market, and also don't look at, a week view or a 1 day view or an hourly view. Zoom out and look at where this thing has come from. I'm not a technical analyst, but I've been doing this long enough to kind of realize that when we're consolidating like this or dipping, but then it starts to, level out and move sideways for a while, that's where the value is. That's where you're going to make money. But this isn't about day trading. This ecosystem isn't about day trading, right? The animal farm is its own flywheel, right? In terms of the pigs or the BUSD that generates dogs and all the other pools and farms that are out there, right? In this ecosystem, generating and basically creating a flywheel, its own internal flywheel effect. It's really quite amazing. And then also just the drip network and the faucet in terms of the taxes that are there. So all these paper hands that are selling their drip, and everyone, all the new retailers that are in there taking this ecosystem and treating it like they're day trading, typical hodl coins, right? That's not the appropriate view here. This system and this ecosystem is rewarding long-term holding, right? And recompounding. And that's where you're rewarded and you're penalized for trying to day trade. So I'm actually really happy to see these folks who are trying to make a profit. So when you buy it, there's a 10% tax. When you convert it and sell it, there's 10% taxes there that feed into the overall, drip pool that's there, which is what's sustaining this whole thing, right? And you can't cash out. The whales can't cash out, which is what you see in a lot of these other projects. that have, you know, a huge percentage of the overall circulating supply, they'll cash out and cause things to crash. So again, there's this mechanism in here where you can't do that here, right? You can't withdraw more than, unless you've just been, you know, letting it compound there and build up, you can do that. But it's hard for you, we're bumping up a little bit here too. It's hard to actually sell and impact the market negatively like that, right? The other thing that Forex and some other folks you know, have talked about is that those early on investors that, you know, are considered whales now, that in drip in the drip faucet there's a maximum of 100,000 drip that you can basically cash out. And there's, you know, I'm not going to get to the mechanics of how that whole thing works, but once you hit that, you're done. And Stunna Breezy, who's the OG, this is actually his referral code that I use to sign up, you know. And let me just also say that I'm not looking to went back a little bit, that's all right. I'm not looking to grow my YouTube channel or do the referral things. I'm not against it. If you want to sign up and, you know, hook me up, that's fine too. But my goal is to just document, you know, basically growing that drip network and that drip faucet, so that I can, you know, give and fund some nonprofits in Detroit and Southeast Michigan. That's my goal for this one. I have my own private account, you know, that and wallet, and, you know, I only have 3 people under there, my brother and my son. So again, I'm not trying to do that. If you really want to hook me up and you find, you know, I'm giving any nuggets and updates and things that are, you know, helpful to you, go ahead into, you know, my link to my garden is in the description, and you can go ahead, and if you really want to hook me up, just drop me a piglet or two and extend that max contract out. That's a one way you can say thank you. And then, because again, I don't want to be managing, you know, a YouTube account here. That I don't want to be a slave to it. That's not what my goal. I don't want to be a slave to my crypto accounts either, right? I want to just kind of, like I said, I mentioned in my last video that I posted this morning, that I, you know, hydrate twice a day, right? Once in the morning and once in the evening. And then I get on with my life, spend some time with my wife and kids and my killer Shih Tzu. So anyway, he's getting old too. My little buddy's getting old here. But anyway, so I'm going to try and hang on here a little bit longer. I don't want to make this video too long, and I'm not really, again, because I'm not being a slave to my, you know, my YouTube channel here is really for documentation purposes only, just keep me accountable so you guys see who I'm giving to. And, you know, in a couple of videos ago, after I think it was on March 1st, I actually did the hydration. I hydrated, I didn't cash out because it was like 11 bucks, right? And I just donated 20 bucks to Southwest Housing Solutions, right? And this is the, you know, you can go back and look at the that video there. You know, I don't want to spend a lot of time on this, but this, I gave him 20 bucks and just wrote, you know, did it on my own debit card here. And again, until we get the drip account up to it where it's generating 1,000 you know, bucks a day, I'm going to move it to once a week. And you know, basically as this thing grows, I'm going to, you know, find different nonprofits, and I get to pick, right? That's the other thing. And I don't want to get, you know, manage who should get next and have the voting thing. I want it to happen organically. If I see things on the news or hear about things, and, you know, if I feel led, then I'm going to go ahead and give there. So anyway, that's the, you know, the gist of it and what I'm doing here. But this thing is about to you know, pump over here, and I'll give it another minute to, you know, see if it happens or not. But again, there's a psychological and probably a technical analysis, you know, that's there. And I'm not going to get into the Fibonacci's. I'm not, you know, it's not my forte. You know, I appreciate it and understand what they're talking about here in terms of resistances and floors and everything. You know, but again, it's one of those things where, you know, that's not me, you know. So again, this thing is floating along here. Maybe I'll give it to, you know, again, I think this is because this project and ecosystem is going to be so big, I might hang in there a little bit longer to see if we can't capture this on a recording, so we have it for, you know, posterity. But anyway, I think this is very exciting. 3 days, right? 3 days. And, you know, again, I'll just jump back to Drip Garden. Drip Garden is at that, you know, 789. And this thing is going to pick up, you know, like I said, and I mentioned in the earlier video, things can change in a matter of a day. You know, you get one coin that everybody knows, all of a sudden we're going to pump into that, you know, altcoin season, you know, You know, you never know what's going to spur this on, right? Just listen to those, you know, OGs who were back, you know, around in 2017, 2018. A lot of them will tell you that, you know what, I thought that I was a genius. I was just investing money and it was, everything was pumping and printing, you know, and then it crashed. And then we went into 3-4 year, you know, crypto winter, right? And everybody who didn't take any profit, they were just forced to basically hodl, right? So that's another important thing, you know, take profit when you can, you know, and secure yourself. And again, your ultimate goal should probably be to you know, you basically be playing with house money. Yeah, I'm not there yet. I'm getting close, and I want to get to the point where I don't have to work in, you know, project and program management any longer. I'm done with it. I'm done with corporate America. I want that passive income, and that's what I'm working towards. And I'll be honest, I haven't taken anything out. I've just been compounding every single day, twice a day, right? And again, there's some a couple of videos out there from other YouTubers that have shown with Drip Network that you know, you get you pump up and grow your, you know, faucet a little bit quicker by hydrating twice a day, right? And the rationale behind that is that and by the way, I did compound yesterday and last night, 6:30 on this 30 piglet address here. And then last night at about 10:30, 11, or actually I think maybe it's 11:30, I compounded this one. So this is the longer term contract that has the higher bonus payout, which is awesome. This first one is going to by far surpass all of these, right? Just because of the bonus, and it's also got kind of got its own flywheel effect here too. You cannot beat compounding. So but anyway, we're hanging in here, and it's 12 minutes. So I think I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. You know, maybe this is, we're going to see a resistance and it'll pump back down. I don't know, but I think that within the next day or so, we're going to go over that million. But we are right there. I don't want to make you guys watch this any longer. I've droned on enough, and so we're going to go ahead and end this video, and hopefully you all will you know, keep an eye on it. I'm going to wait for one more change before I end this to see whether it goes up or down, and see what's happening there. But this is really strong, really good news. It's bullish. You know, even though, like I said, the market's tanking, there's uncertainty from a macro standpoint. So 643.54. We'll see what the next bump up or down is, and then I'm going to go ahead and end it. You guys can keep an eye on it yourself. So anyway, I appreciate you checking in. Like I said, you know, subscribe, don't subscribe, I really don't care. I'm documenting it. Swing back around and just see where I'm only publishing once a week. Also, this is actually twice in one day, which I'm not going to do. There we go. Went down a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and end this. So you all have a wonderful day. Good luck. Hang in there. Have diamond hands, not paper hands. And if you do have paper hands, thank you for supplying my daily 1% and 3% that I'm making in this ecosystem. It's awesome. I appreciate you. Keep having the paper hands. Keep buying and selling, trying to day trade, because you're only pumping all of us up that are doing the right thing, compounding and holding long term. Have a great day, great Monday.